guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, I'm back again with another video inspired by you guys. Actually, I've been getting quite a few comments requesting a video, tips and tricks for the older age set. That's right, the Disney seniors, grandma and grandpa like age group. You guys just are looking for some thoughts or things you should think about before you're headed to Disney World. And I got a few of those questions regarding mobility. So here I am with my top 10 tips and tricks for the older set, right? For those Disney seniors. And even though I personally am not a senior yet, right? I have gone to Disney World with grandma and grandpa, right? I have sent many grandma and grandpas to Disney World, and they didn't even go with their grandkids. They just went on their own and had a blast. But unfortunately, as we get older, you know, we do have a few more things we need to consider and think about in general. A lot of it has to do with our body, right? We're thinking about our back and our feet and our hips more, you know, a little bit more than the younger group. So I came up with my top 10 tips and tricks for the older age set. And in it, I do have a big chunk where I do have tips and tricks for scooters, because you guys have specifically asked about scooters, you know, where to get them, the ins and outs, things you need to know. So I did the best I can, guys. Like I said, I am not a Disney senior yet, but I have been to Disney many a times with someone who used a scooter. I have personally had to rent a wheelchair and a scooter at Disney due to, you know, an accident that happened. So yeah, I do have some familiarity with that. But again, I am not someone who has scooter-like mobility issues on a day-to-day basis. So I am not necessarily the mobility expert, but I do know a thing or two. So hopefully this top 10 tips and tricks video helps you guys out. So should we get into it? Let's go. This tip is 100% true for me as well. It can be true for anyone. Number one, don't forget to pack or invest in compression socks. It makes me feel so old to say it, but I have edema. I've had edema for a really, really long time, which means my legs kind of bloat and gain water. I have areas that kind of have pockets of water that kind of sit and chill on my legs. It's unfortunate. It can be really uncomfortable. To save you from any sort of foot or leg situation, pack and bring compression socks. I absolutely suggest it. I have ones that go up to my knee, right? I have some that are just kind of like anklets. You can get them in nude color so that you can actually wear legit socks over them so no one knows, or you can get fun and funky ones and just make them be like your socks. You can get some that actually have support in them. They have a little pad in here to help you when you're walking all day long. So yes, don't forget about your legs and your feet. If you are someone like me who swells up, gets sore legs, all that stuff, invest in compression socks, which brings me to number 2. As we get older, our feet kind of just get more sensitive. And you're gonna be walking for miles and miles and miles for days and days and days on end. And even though you could be taking breaks and sitting on the bench eating your Dole Whip, doesn't mean you shouldn't get proper socks and shoes per your feet. So if you are someone who's sort of getting feet and leg issues, make sure you get the proper sturdy support shoes for you. Each and every person and their feet are different. Make sure you get them, you try them out at home, you take a few walks with them at home, break them in a little bit so you have them ready for Disney when your trip does indeed happen. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 3, as we get older and our feet and our legs get sore, so does our back. Unfortunately, I'm with you guys. Consider packing something that's more lightweight. Rather than getting a heavy backpack, which is sometimes in my video, consider something a little bit more lightweight because maybe you don't need to bring as much, right? So I absolutely love Vera Bradley sling bags because you can adjust where they lay. You can put them in front, you can put them on the back. They're lightweight, they're washable, they hold enough stuff, but you don't have to stuff them full. This is my daughter's black Vera Bradley sling bag, right? It just has one strap, so you can just sling it around your body. It's easy breezy. You could do a fanny pack as well. I just got this item on actual Shop Disney. It's on the website right now. It's like a little tiny little crossbody. It's real little. I think it's about 8 or 9 inches tall actually, but it's perfect for just the right amount of stuff. So you can wear a crossbody, right? You can put your phone in the front. You can actually put a water bottle or a snack bar or something in the back. And then it's got a hidden compartment back here for your wallet or something else, Band-Aids, medicine, whatever you want to do. So absolutely, as you get older and things start kind of hurting and aching, consider kind of dialing back on the type of backpack and bag that you do select, because you want one that's not going to further aggravate any kind of pain, unfortunately. So that brings me to number 4. As we get older, and I know this sounds a little depressing, all these medical issues that we start having, you 100% want to pack your meds. All your meds. If you are someone who gets heartburn, then pack a little bit of heartburn medicine in your bag. If you're someone who tends to get a headache or aches and pains, or you need inflammatory something, pack it in your bag, because you just never know, and it's better to be prepared than be sorry later. So whatever form of medicine that you have that you think you may or may not need, just pack it just in case. Number 5. Now, I specifically had a few questions about this. If you are someone who has mobility concerns, right? Your back hurts when you walk too long, your legs hurt, your feet hurt, whatever the situation is, and you are considering getting a scooter, these tips are for you. First, you need to imagine yourself in your condition right now. Can you go for a long walk in the neighborhood and be fine? Can you go for a long walk in the neighborhood several times in one day and be fine? Can you walk miles upon miles and miles and be fine? If the answer is no, you may need to consider a scooter. So I got several tips and tricks on just scooters, guys. First, you want to rent from an outside company. Do not wait to get to the parks each given day and rent from Disney. Why? Because they're first come, first serve. There could be the chance your scooter is gone. So rent from an outside company, right? I personally tell my clients to use Walker Mobility. There's a place called Scooterbug. I mean, just Google it. Scooter delivery service, Walt Disney World, they'll all come up. But yes, 100% get your scooter from an outside company. When you are ordering your scooter, you definitely want to get the insurance. What if the scooter accidentally hits a rock and tips over? What if the scooter gets in the middle of a downpour? What if, who knows what could happen? They're expensive. Just get the insurance. If you have the option to purchase a rain cover or an umbrella to go with your scooter, do it. Rain cover is great from when it rains. Also from the high heat of the summer, have a shield over your scooter. That would be beautiful. In fact, if you go ahead and you don't get the rain cover or you don't get the umbrella, maybe it's not offered, you can actually go on Amazon and you can purchase a scooter umbrella. I will pop up pictures here. You can purchase a scooter umbrella to go on your scooter once you're at Disney, once you rent it, so you can shield yourself from the elements, right? So this is a good idea, something to consider. Consider buying an extra bag or basket that's designed for the scooter. They have special side baskets where you can put your water and your snacks and your whatever in the basket on the scooter. That's less for you to carry. That's less weight for you to walk around with. That's less weight on your body. Have it on the scooter. They actually design backpacks that fit on the back of the scooter that you can put all your stuff in there. Your sweater, your rain jacket, your poncho, stuff that maybe you're not worried about if someone steals it. Unfortunately, that could happen. But that way you're not carrying it on you, right? We want to do the lightweight thing. Less is more when you're physically walking and you're about. Doesn't mean we can't store a few things on your scooter. So you absolutely can go on Amazon. They're not too pricey, and purchase a basket or a backpack or something that will attach to the scooter to help you out. You could do the same thing with like a cup holder, like I said, the umbrella, just things to kind of consider. You 100% do not want to rent a wheelchair. I have been there. My husband pushed me around Epcot all day long once. I felt awful for him, just awful for him. The wheelchair seems like a good deal, I'll just push you around until you're going up hills, down hills all day long. You feel bad for the person pushing you. And it can be hard to kind of wheel yourself depending on the terrain of the park. So yes, if you need something, scooter, not wheelchair is my suggestion. When you go to park your scooter, you're actually going to park in stroller parking. So if you see stroller parking, that's usually the same as scooter parking. And just a heads up, cast members, the same as they do with strollers, they could relocate your scooter based on whatever's going on. They like to relocate and shuffle things and reorganize things when it comes to the scooters and the strollers. So don't be shocked if your scooter moves a few inches or a couple of feet. Most likely no one stole it. It's probably still there. It's probably just been relocated, which is why it's key to get some form of identification on your scooter. There's actually companies on Etsy or Ear for Each Other, which is a Facebook page, where you can get someone to design some sort of sign or something to go on your scooter or your stroller to identify who you are so that they don't get mixed up. I mean, you see a sea of black scooters or a sea of red scooters. You need some way to identify which one is yours and all that good stuff. But just note that yes, you would park your scooter in stroller parking, and just note that if you're someone who doesn't need the scooter all day, maybe you're good with walking up until 2 o'clock, then you're gonna start getting tired, you can actually bring your scooter in the morning, park it in stroller parking, and go back to it later. You don't have to use that scooter all day if you're not someone who needs it all day, right? You want to make sure you charge it. I know this feels dumb, but definitely want to make sure you charge that scooter each and every day in your hotel room, right? Nothing worse than finally getting to Magic Kingdom and your scooter won't work. How frustrating would that be? So yes, think ahead and make sure you charge it. You also want to note that you want to make sure there's enough room in your hotel room for your scooter. Some of these hotel rooms, the Little Mermaid Suite at Art of Animation, Pop Century, some of those rooms are really small. I'm not sure how I would be able to get in and out of my room with a scooter in the way. So just kind of know that in advance. I have seen some people park their scooters outside of the hotel room. I'm not sure I would be someone who does that, but again, it's up to you. Hopefully you got the insurance if you do that. Note, Disney buses. If you are someone staying on Disney property and you have a scooter, just note the Disney buses usually only hold 2 scooters at a time. So if you are in line with a bunch of other people and they're scooter people too, that bus is only going to take 2 scooters. So you might have to wait. Or if you're going on a trip with multiple scooter people, you know, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, everyone has a scooter. Yeah, you guys aren't going to get on the same bus, unfortunately. So just note 2 scooters about per Disney bus. I'm not sure how people do it, but I have seen people, clients of mine, do it as well. They share scooters. Grandma, grandpa share one scooter. Maybe grandma doesn't need it all day. Grandpa doesn't need it all day. So they kind of share. Grandma rides it for an hour and then grandpa rides it for an hour and they switch back and forth. So just note, you can always do that. And just note, unfortunately, if you don't really need the scooter, don't get a scooter. There is no benefit for you except the fact that you're off your feet. There is no additional benefit. In fact, being in a scooter can be a pain in the you-know-what when it's crowded. It can be really hard to maneuver that scooter after fireworks, when you're in an intense crowd situation. All the people who are walking are going to be zooming right past you, and you're over here just trying to move your scooter, hoping you don't hit anybody, but people are zipping and going, and ugh. Don't get the scooter if you don't truly need it. That's kind of a big tip here. But let's keep going. So number 6. If you book a Disney World vacation, you have the option to get trip protection insurance. You 100% want to do this. And I'm not saying it just because you're a little older and maybe you have medical concerns. I always personally get the trip protection insurance as well. But just note, I do 100% advise it even for the older set. So yes, make sure you add on that trip protection insurance. You never know when it's going to come into play. Number 7. 100% rest. Rest as much as you can. Mix and match walking and waiting. You know, you walked a distance, you waited in a long line. Now go do a show. Do something where you get to sit for a while, right? So you're mixing and matching walking and standing with sitting and watching and resting. Does this kind of make sense? You don't want to do a bunch of go, 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 go. You want to kind of mix it up so you don't wear yourself out too much. Along with that, I love resting kind of midday in the park. Think of the shows, right? So after you've been go, go, go all morning, I'm specifically talking about Indiana Jones, the Beauty and the Beast show, the Frozen sing-along, even something like Country Bear, Jamboree, or the People Mover. They're longer situations, right? They're shows, it's in a theater or like the People Mover, and you're sitting and you're relaxing. So you're giving your body a little bit of relax. You're not constantly in the scooter if you got one, and you're not constantly walking and go, go, go. Number 8, if it's super hot, please don't forget about that sun protection and things like fans and cooling towels. I have a whole video about it being hot and things how you should pack and prepare for heat at Disney World, but unfortunately the older set can kind of get heat exhaustion sooner and quicker because we're older and we have more issues and things like that. You just want to be careful and make sure you protect yourself and take care of you is really what I'm saying. And you want to know your limits, right? You want to trust and know your body. Some people can push it all day long. Some people cannot. Some people's legs and feet just are done and they need a break, which is why I suggested you nap midday. But listen to your body, and when your body says, you know what, I need to chill right now, I need to sit on this bench, absolutely do that, okay? Listen to your body. Last tip for you guys is longer trips. Longer trips actually make it easier. I have a lot of people who think my body can't possibly do 5 days at Disney. I'm not suggesting you do 5 days at Disney from 6 a.m. to midnight. I'm suggesting you have longer trips so you have the ability to take breaks in the middle. You have the ability to rest midday. It's not constantly go, 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 go. You're not trying to cram in all the magic into one day because you have more days to enjoy the magic. So I don't personally think longer trips mean more tired. I personally think longer trips means you have more ability to rest and relax than if you had one day and you're like, I got to do all these things in one day. I can't possibly get it all done. Yeah, extend your trip. Make it a little bit longer. Enjoy yourself. All right, guys, that's it. That's my top 10 tips and tricks for, the Disney seniors out there, those grandma and grandpa age group. Hopefully this is the video you guys were looking for. When I thought long and hard about it, I just don't think certain things would change depending on your age. I really think packing your park bag, what you put inside, is gonna be basically the same. You wanna pack what works for you, specifically works for you. I think the big thing here, the big trick is you just don't wanna wear yourself out. You don't wanna tire yourself out, right? You wanna really consider your feet and your legs and your back and your hips, and anything that kind of gets sore at home are probably gonna get even more sore at Disney. So you wanna plan ahead and prepare for that. If you're gonna rent a scooter and you have kind of back issues, maybe get one of those butt back cushions, bring it with you and use it on your scooter. Just anything you can think of to make your situation less painful, I think is the key. And if you were looking for top tips and tricks on what rides to ride, I actually suggest you just follow my itinerary planning videos, the original 4 that I did, not the ones for kids, but the original 4. I think those rides would be perfect for all age groups, because even me at my age, I mean, not all of us can do the jiggly, crazy rides, right? So you just do what you can do, and if the rest of your family wants to do a ride that just really isn't, safe for you, or you don't think your body can handle it, then you just skip it and go sit on a bench and enjoy a Dole Whip while everyone else is having fun, because they'll be back again to have fun with you very, very soon. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is what you were looking for. But in the end, any age group, even if you're not quite a Disney senior yet, I think it is smart to really think about your body. And if you already know certain parts of you tend to get sore and tire out quickly, then prepare for that. I have been packing compression socks and things for a really, really long time, they can be very, very helpful after a long day of walking and standing. So you know your body better than anyone. Just think long and hard about it. Prepare, plan ahead, get them, pack them, whatever. And don't worry about it. No one is judging you. I have seen various age groups on a scooter wearing compression socks and tights, right? And even wearing kind of older people, kind of therapeutic shoes. I don't know what they're called. Forgive me if I'm using the wrong word. All age groups. So depending on your situation, just follow suit and do what you need. But again, guys, I hope this was the video you were looking for. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. Is this the video you were after? Let me know. Did you actually want tips and tricks regarding Disney seniors in a different area? Let me know, because I'll just do another one. But I'm hoping this is what you were looking for. A lot of you were asking for mobility, you know, specifically. So hopefully this works for you. And if you're a grandma and grandpa who are going solo without the kiddos, I have a video that's just for Disney adults that kind of cues you in on a few things that might be helpful for people who go without kids. So make sure you check out that video as well. But again, guys, I hope this is what you were looking for. Let me know in the comments. But as always, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye, guys.